So what we're talking about here is Michelle's incredible find of a buffalo horn that must be at least 100 years old. That everyone walked past, no one saw it, except for it materialized for Michelle. Because Michelle is looking for buffalo prayer. Since she was a little girl, she's been waiting for this. And today, it materialized for her. So I'm going to let Michelle tell the story just a little bit, probably better than I can.
Where do you want me to start?
So, since you were a little girl...
Well, I've been collecting buffalo skulls, pictures, leathers, fur, you name it, since I was a little girl. And since I've had my journey starting in like December of this past year, my quest was to reconnect with the little girl that was lost. And the buffalo turned into be my prayer animal, my totem. And on our journey today, our quest today, I asked to receive a sign of a buffalo to carry me. And so I think I'm going to turn this baby buffalo horn into a talking stick so I can learn to speak my truth.
That's a very good idea. And this was found just at the bottom of the hill here under that little tree. And then when we walked up, this was present on this wall behind us. So I think this is confirmation that this amazing horn was just below. So this is an amazing story. This is an amazing journey.
Earlier today, and now looking out across the lake in the front, you'll see the absolute scene that I visualized before I materialized this property, or in retrospect, before this property called me and I saw it and I knew I had to come here. And the visualization we did today at the third eye, I told everybody to do a 2-minute manifestation exercise. And I was sitting in a living room with my girlfriends, one of which is Dana, who's here. And we did this manifestation exercise where I put myself in the picture and I held that picture so clearly that I could taste it, smell it, touch it, see every little blade of grass, see this big expanse of blue, and a big golden valley to the left. And I put myself in that picture and I held it for 2 minutes and I let it go. And a result of that, I'm here today looking at that picture. And it happened so quickly. It happened over the span of about a 6-month period. I didn't do another thing. I just held that picture, let it go, and everything came into play to put me in the picture. We are standing here now in the crown chakra, which is the view that was in my visualization exercise. And it is the crown chakra on the property, so it represents that crown energy, which painters would paint halos on their paintings, and what they were actually seeing was that crown energy lifting off the top of the head. And this energy here is the same as that.
Well, I might as well start with the horses. They greeted me at 4 a.m. this morning. I was sitting on my blanket over there close to where we smudged by the rock, and I was doing my own meditations, and they came up, and it was just a very thankful, overwhelming greeting. And Pona was the first one that came right in the center. I had my legs crossed and she just walked right up. I just like looked up and she just brought her head right down, right here, and I just gave her the biggest hug and I just said, "Thank you, Epona, that's exactly what I needed." And then Pishar said there, he came right away and he was playing with me. And then there was 3 other girls there and I don't know all their names, and it was just like immediate. I was just soaking it all in, and they moved on and they just went back to grazing, and I just watched them and thanked them for coming, and they kept eating, and the Tesoro came wandering up behind, and then the Shetlands and a deer. The deer continued to graze with them. After that, the day was going well, and then once we started our trek, I could just feel this pressure coming on, and it went right up my back and just into my neck and then right over, and it just pounding on my head, and I couldn't figure out why I was feeling like that. Like I hadn't had it for a few days, this big temple hammering on my head. I had to clear something or get rid of something. I just felt like something was holding me down and not allowing me to move forward. I think my gift is when I walk through the pasture or lay in bed at night, I can hear every blade of grass crunch if an animal's walking on it, or the wind blowing a leaf, or the smells. They just overwhelm me. I just feel it, see it, and hear it. And when the thing took over my head, it was not letting me do it, not letting me feel it. And then after we got rid of whatever it was, it all came back. The butterflies floated in while we were speaking, the trees were singing, the birds were singing, I could hear the grass again. It all came back. The rocks and the baby buffalo, and then you told me about the girl head, and that just, my quest has been to live a little girl's life because I never had it. I never got to enjoy my childhood other than with my horses. They were my escape. And it just everything just kind of all it was a huge gift.
Winds blow on this day in May. Let the winds blow all her cares away. Grounding down to hold her here, we bless her all her life. Tucking soil between her toes, we'll keep her from all strife.
Boy, I feel like I actually have to talk to myself and keep reminding myself to breathe. Things are happening and they're just so moving and so profound. And then I can feel myself like, Gina, exhale, you're holding your breath. I have to say, probably the larger than life thing that I think has come from today for me is feeling such a deep, deep connection to every one of you. And I'm awed that in such a short time, I feel like we were supposed to be together from all these different places on this planet, and somehow we're all related, somehow all connected. But I'm going to echo what Michelle said, and I feel such a sense of gratitude for being here with you guys. Every one of you. I love your stories. I love your walk. I'm learning. I'm feeling connected. And it feels like a beautiful place to be.
Michelle, I want to thank you for sharing your story and your intense pain so truthfully. And you're in such a, you put yourself into such vulnerability amongst people that you haven't met before. And you were very, very brave. And it was very special to be there. Mm. And Liz, I want to thank you for this beautiful property. And it was really a joy to walk around it today and get the insights and get your story about how you manifested it and all the magic places that you've discovered and all the potential that it has for all of us. I found that really inspiring. Well, I've had a fantastic day today, and I want to thank each and every one of you. And I got such a buzz today from the dogs all coming with us and the cat coming with us, especially the cat. Such a neat thing to, to be able to take the animals out. The horses go wherever they want to go, the dogs go wherever they want to go, the cat and the cow, everything. And it's just amazing that there's such fantastic energy on the land, and it's just there for all of us to share, including all the animals that live on here.
I'm so honored to be here. And I do so love the land and the horses and the dogs and the cat and the people, especially the people. I had a fabulous day. The weather was perfect. The walking was perfect. You were all so friendly and connected, and I appreciate you all so very much. I thought it was very special when the eagles came and told us that we would have our wishes. That was probably the most profound experience I had today. I love making wishes, and I usually get my wishes.
When I first read One with the Herd and connected so much to the beautiful photos and the beautiful art and the beautiful words, I mostly connected, it's all a huge toss-up because it's all so amazing, but with Smiling Liz. I was trying to wrap my mind around how this woman could be mother of 6 and grandmother of 7 and keeper of the horses, etc. And when I came to the land for the first time, I knew from all of that the land was very sacred. When we went to the cathedral for the first time, she reminded me this morning that Kevin's father asks with intention to be able to come back to the cathedral yet again another year to celebrate there. And as she reminded me of that, I thought, I've been in so many beautiful cathedrals around the world, but really none of them could rival the beauty of that place.
Yeah, I had an absolute fabulous day. It was really like a child, just having a great day, and I loved every minute of it, starting with Gina's help to let me sit on Prima. I still think she chose the apple, not me. But I really enjoyed it. And then I thought she didn't like me because she put her ears back, and luckily Liz came and said she does that with her, so next time I will be a lot more confident and will trot on her. Yeah, and then Billa's amazing help all day with the wonderful knowledge, and the stone which took the pain away from my finger completely. I mean, it might come back, but it was really bad in that moment, and it took it away. And then the third eye, to just have a vision and feel the vision, visualize the wish, made me so happy that that wish will come true. And then those dogs, they were just like guides. You know, if someone comes to my home and you think, oh, I have to show that castle and that Roman wall, or, you know, and the dog showed it all to us, the way they looked out onto the stump lake and how they put their paws like that, and they did 4 different directions, and they were just amazing. They just showed us everything, and everywhere the horse droppings, I visualized the horses, what a wonderful life they lead, where they can rest and stand, and that little fall, what an amazing start in life. So, yeah, you couldn't give your horses a better place to live, Liz. And it's wonderful that you found this land, and that you not just live here like a hermit and enjoy everything just for yourself, that you share it with us. Thank you.
Wow. I felt a lot today, like I was watching Christmas morning for everybody, because I knew what they were going to be witnessing. And I was just enjoying watching all the faces of the participants that have read the books and fantasized and actually walked in the dream. And you know, it's like stepping into a magical space where everything is an illusion, and then when you realize that it's an illusion, you see what's underneath it. And standing back and watching everybody discover all these fantastic jewels underneath what we think is real. And then I thought it was so profound that the crystal the crystal skull changed. So everything is changing. You know, it's like, well, what are we going to see tomorrow? You know, because it's going to be different. And so I think it's a fantastic metaphor for the gift that we're being shown for ourselves, that who we are today isn't going to be who we are tomorrow. And we might all privately march back to that skull rock and find that it's different each hour, and compare photos of it like Liz did tonight at supper time. She brought the photo down of it before, and
totally different. So we're witnessing something here that's absolutely magical.
Well, what a magical, amazing day. And, you know, I've lived here for 10 years. And this land, this whole experience never ceases to amaze me. It is absolutely life-changing. And, you know, I think so many of the keys have been spoken of tonight. It's, you know, being in your truth, being free, to have the freedom to be a child, to be truthful, to be open, to experience, to just notice all those wonderful gifts that are out there. And it was so wonderful today to watch everybody see that. Every single person got it. And I was just like, wow, what a gift. And, you know, tomorrow we're going to go and spend some more time with the horses. I have something to tell Connie because when you guys all left and the horses were still in the paddock, I see Epona there and she's looking at me. And she's giving me this, just, you know, needs to talk to me thing. And I looked out and I said, Epona, I know exactly what you want to talk about. You want to be with Shasta. Well, I said, tomorrow, you know, if you want, I can put you in with Shasta. You can be with Shasta. No, but just listen to this. She had a much better solution. So, right after I said that, it wasn't 2 minutes later, I looked, the whole herd's up, moved from my paddock all the way up to the ring with Shasta and Billy. And I look, and Epona's pushed down the top rail. So she had a much better idea. And I'm thinking, okay, should I go up there and put up that rail again? And then I went, no, I'm just going to leave it. So who knows if there are 18 horses stomping around here tonight, or we arrive in the morning and there's all one herd, they've taken it into their own hands. Everything that everybody's spoken about tonight is all about the magic of manifestation, of belief, of understanding that this whole world, this whole adventure is our playground. We have only to recognize that, to like just be in our power, and it's all given. So why do we limit ourselves? Why do we spend our whole life thinking, I'm not good enough? You know, Michelle listening to you the other day saying, I'm not good enough, and here you are, you're the sweetest, most childlike, beautiful being I think I've ever met, and we all love you, absolutely. And you are like our child being here. It's like looking at the world through these beautiful childlike eyes. And that's the way everybody needs to be. So you're just right on. You should not be apologizing for being who you are. So anyway, I just think it's so much fun, and it's so amazing, and I'm always in awe. And, you know, several times everybody mentioned, oh, Liz's thing and Liz's thing, but it's not my thing. The more I understand it, the land, the consciousness that is this place called me and called the horses. And we're here to bring forth this message. And I don't know what it is from moment to moment. And I just am truthful about it. And from moment to moment, I tell it as I see it. And that's what's so amazing about it. And everybody that's here is telling this story in their way. And that story is just one mind at a time. We're going to change the world. We're going to change consciousness. By every single one of us is going to come out of here changed. And then we're going to change the people we meet.
Well, I feel like I've talked so much today.
Yeah.
But I don't have much more to say. The only thing that I have to say that keeps coming up every time each one of you speaks is congratulations. 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 And tomorrow is going to be even more exciting, if you can believe that. So I'm really not going to talk much more, but congratulations. Aho. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum.
Sa